Hey legend, Frazer Brookes here, and in this video I want to share with you how you can improve and increase the number of story views you get on Instagram and on Facebook. So if you don't know me, my name is Frazer Brookes and I am the #1 social media coach inside of the network marketing profession. But a lot of the things that I share, especially here on YouTube, are going to help you whether you're in network marketing or not. So I'm going to try and keep this video short, sweet, and to the point. So here's the thing. The #1 thing that most people mess up with and get wrong when it comes to building and using Instagram or Facebook stories is they think that the polls, the quizzes, and the questions feature are what you need to do in order to increase engagement. Because if you notice when you go onto Instagram, across the top, or on Facebook, across the top, there's two feeds. There's the horizontal feed, and then there's the vertical feed. Now, the vertical feed is where you see the photos and the quotes and the reels. The horizontal feed is where you see the stories. So I want you to imagine that the horizontal feed is like a Google page, right? When you search something on Google, all the searches come up. Do you ever go past page #1? Now, some of you probably go, yeah, I mean, sometimes it depends what it is, but some of you might do. But statistically, 97% of people don't go past page #1 and 99% don't go past page #2. So you want to be as close to the top of the first page of Google as possible. Now, in the stories feed, that is as close to the left-hand side as possible. Now, how you do that is dependent on two things: engagement and percentage of the story viewed. So a lot of you are thinking, right, I've got to get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stories every single day to get people to make sure they watch my stuff. But if it doesn't tell a story throughout the 5 to 10 posts that you actually do, people will skip. They will leave. They will come off the app. And that is going to decrease your engagement score, and it's going to decrease your percentage viewed score. So let's talk about percentage viewed first and foremost. Let's say you have a story and it lasts for 10 seconds. Okay? If that gets viewed by 1 second, then that's 10%. If it gets viewed by 5 seconds, that's 50%. If it gets viewed by 10 seconds, that's 100%. But if it gets viewed by 100, if it gets viewed by 20 seconds or 30 seconds, that's 200 or 300%. Okay? How does that happen? If someone presses and holds, although the timer stops, the time that you're on that screen continues. If someone presses one of the features or one of the stickers and you're on the screen, the time continues. If someone watches it and then goes back and watches it again and then goes back and watches it again, that's percentage viewed. So that's simple. How do you improve the percentage viewed? Keep people on the screen for longer. So if you write a load of text and people are interested in that text, make sure you hook them in, and then people might press and hold to keep watching it, right? If you're doing if you've reached the top of a mountain because you're hiking and you just do a really slow panorama, people aren't watching the whole thing. They're like bored, it's too slow. So how could you use maybe the Reels feature to go like boom, 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 save the reel for 10, 15 seconds, and then post that onto your story view. That's like a little hack for you guys. Okay, let's talk about engagement. Now, most people think that the engagement is hitting the emojis, questions box, polls, quizzes, hitting the little love heart in the bottom right-hand corner. All of that stuff is good. All that stuff is great. However, the #1 best place for people to engage, at the bottom of every story, it says send message. Now, if it doesn't, it means that person switched it off, turned it off, because they get bombarded with messages and they can't deal with it. So where it says send message, the more people who press send message, the more chance you have of appearing at the front of their stories feed. So when they go on there, when they go onto Instagram or Facebook, your story is at the front. Okay? So if they comment on a poll or a quiz, the chances of that you appearing at the front is not as strong. So how can you get people to comment different words? Well, first and foremost, you need to make it very easy for them to actually comment. So you ask them a question, so for example, it could be like, hey guys, I've just finished watching an amazing TV show on Netflix. It's called Stranger Things. Have you watched it? What do you think? Let me know. Right? So you have to let them know what to actually say to you, and you have to let them know where they actually say it. And of course, you need to be approachable and relatable enough that they actually want to reach out to you. Now, a bad example of this, let's think of a bad example of this. Hey guys, I want you to comment. Or, hey guys, I want you to comment. That's a bad example. A better example, hey guys, I would love to comment so that I can reach out to you. Or I'd love for you to comment below so that I can message you back. Or I'd love to comment below so I can see if I can help you or give you a gift, right? Always think, how can you help the other person? Here's a big thing. It's a quote, right? It could be a quote. Maybe I'm not going to say it quite right. But instead of you thinking, how can you benefit from your followers, think about how you can give your followers more benefit and more value, right? If you live a life of giving value and helping everyone you come across, whether it's on social media, online or offline, then you're going to get so much more value, and mainly in terms of commissions or mainly in terms of income as a result. But if you think, oh, I've got 7 new followers, I got Bob, I got Mary, I got Dave, I got Derek, I got Sarah, I got Jane, and I got Claire, I'm going to make loads of money from these people. You won't end up making money from these people because you're not providing them value first and foremost. Okay? So, first point, percentage viewed. Second point is obviously the engagement. The third point, and I mentioned this in a previous YouTube video, is you need to tell a story by hooking someone in. This is the key parts. Hooking someone in, relating to them, and making it very easy for them to want to tell you their story. Okay? There are a lot of people out there who aren't approachable and aren't accessible because they're not relatable, and the number of people who are messaging them are significantly lower than the number of people who could be messaging you. So, the PLOT, the plot, pain, lesson, opportunity, triumph. Now, the last YouTube video that I did, you can see it on my feed. You'll be able to go and learn exactly what the pain, the lesson, the opportunity, and the triumph is. But I want you to start thinking about, what can I do in my first story that shows pain? What can I do in my second story that shows a lesson? What can I do in my third, fourth, fifth story that shows opportunity? And what can I share in my sixth story that shows triumph? Now, you could do two of pain, 1 of lesson, 1 of opportunity, and 1 of triumph. You could do 3 of pain, 2 of lesson, 1 of opportunity, and 1 of triumph. You can figure that out for yourself. But once you've then done this, once you've got your flow of stories, I want you to become the instigator and not the investigator. Now, the person who initiates the conversation is the one who wins. I don't know about you, but I've sat by my phone for days and days and days, waiting for, why aren't my friends texting me? I've not spoken to my friends for weeks and months. Why haven't they reached out? Instead, I thought, hang on, why am I waiting for them to reach out to me? I should be reaching out to them. If they then don't reply, then fair enough. But they might be sat at home thinking, Frazer hasn't messaged me for weeks and weeks and months. Like, what's that all about? So the person who instigates the conversation, the person who initiates the conversation, is the one who wins. Okay? So, how do I mean this, and how can you apply this in your stories, and how is this going to have a massive effect? Engagement is not just about percentage viewed and sending message, but it's about the number of conversations you've had with that person in the messenger. Because if you've had a load of back and forth in the messenger with this particular person, of course your content is going to appear in their feed. Now, if you haven't had a conversation with someone for ages and ages and ages, of course your content is not going to appear in their feed. So you have to continuously be having conversations on Facebook and Instagram to get better viewership and more visibility in your content or on your content. So here's what you're going to do. Let's say you got 5 stories, right? Story 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You got 5 stories, and you posted this one 20 hours ago, 20 hours ago, 19 hours ago, 18 hours ago, 18 hours ago. So the last one you posted was 18 hours ago. You're going to go into the story, you're going to swipe up so it shows all the people, the 12, the 20, the 100, the 300, the 500, 1,000 people who have viewed your stories. And you're simply going to reach out to those people. There's a little paper airplane button you can click that will send them a message. You click that button and you say, hey Mary, how you doing? Hey Sarah, noticed you've been tuning into my stories. How are you? Hey Bob, love to see that you were watching my stories. How's things? That's it. Now, some of you are thinking that's just weird. It's only weird if you make it weird. It's not actually weird, but you seem to be making it weird because whatever you believe to be true is true. Oh, I'm fat. Yeah, you are. The weather sucks. Yes, it does. I've got no money. That's right. Everyone around me seems to be winning and I'm losing. Correct. Because whatever you believe to be true is true in your world, right? So that's what I want you to do. I want you to focus on increasing the percentage viewed, increasing the number of times people are actually sending you a message, and then having more conversations with people who are watching all of your stories. Because if they've watched the last story, they have to have watched the previous 3, 4, 5 stories before it. Okay? So, with that being said, I have something amazing for you. down below, in the comments below, in the description, you will see in the description a link. It says FrazerBrooks.com/MLM or something like that. This is a link to a 5-day free challenge that we're doing. A free 5-day challenge to help you build your business, your brand, and everything on social media. Go ahead and click that link. Register for free. It's completely free, no hidden strings. There are ways for you to upgrade your experience, but forget about that for now. If you like this sort of content, you will love the 5-day challenge, and you can start right now. So go ahead, make sure you smash the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and then hit the first link in the description, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.